In 2003-2004, Konami introduced a core booster set known as Dark Crisis. Much like much like the other sets previously, all the way up until Cyberstorm Access, this set was adherent, if you will, to the Yu-Gi-Oh anime. However, this one card in particular was more of a manga card, if you will, than it was an anime card. That card is this: Dark Master Zorc, an 8-star Dark Fiend ritual monster with the effect that is said that you can use that you can summon this card by using the ritual spell Contract with the Dark Master, and it says that you must offer monsters whose total levels equal 8 or more as the tribute from your hand or field. And it has an effect that read as follows. During your turn, you can roll a 6-sided die. If the result is 1 or 2, destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. If the result is a 3, 4, or 5, destroy one monster on your opponent's side of the field. If the result is a 6, destroy all monsters on your side of the field. This card ultimately became it became very unique, but it never saw any play during the days of Go format because of the fact that it just wasn't used. The effect wasn't that great, and cards like Dark Master Zorc, you could barely use it. And excuse me. And for the longest time, Dark Master Zorc never really saw any competitive play whatsoever until now, because Konami has announced a new version of Dark Master Zorc that will be released as a V-Jump promo card, which is known as Evil Lord Zorc. Excuse me. So it has all the stats of the ritual monster Zorc, which is a 8-star Dark Fiend, 2700 attack, 1500 defense. However, unlike this version actually has 3 separate effects, which are all once per turn. The first effect reads: you can discard 2 cards, including this card, add 1 level 8 Fiend monster from your deck to your hand. Second effect reads: when your Fiend monster is destroyed by battle, you can special summon this card from your grave. Third effect reads: during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die and apply this effect based on the result. 1, 2, 3, or 4, take control of or destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. 5 or 6, destroy 1 card you control. Think about this. Dark Master Zorc, because I actually have 2 copies of Dark Master Zorc. Both are first edition original print from Dark Crisis. Imagine this. Imagine this. An LP copy, first edition, of Dark Master Zorc typically goes for around $3. However, I believe my copies, I would say my copies are like near mint. Both my copies are near mint, I would say. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'd say mine are near mint. So typically they would go for somewhere between $5 to $10, which is pretty insane. But this new version is probably gonna go up in price because of the fact that V-Jump because of the fact that promo cards usually have a tendency to go up in value no matter what card it is. So, for example, to give you guys an example of a promo card, I'll use this as an example. I actually have it in my binder. Judgment of Anubis. Funny enough, I was using this in my Edison deck, but I chose to take it out. So, interestingly enough, you would think that that a copy of Judgment of Anubis would go for like $1 or something. It's not even that, interestingly enough. But we know that over time, as time progresses, there is a chance that this card can go up in price. So again, there have been times where promo cards could go up in price, they can go down in price, which is insane. And another good example would be these. And I actually picked these three up from Bear Cave CCG a number of weeks ago. Shoutouts to Billy and Corey for the hookup. These actually these are actually video game promos. So I have all three of them: Beta, Gamma, and Alpha. I had Valkyrion, but I traded it to Bear Cave. But all three together, they're about. I probably would sell them for like $15 for the whole set. That's because out of all of them, I believe it's Beta that's the more expensive one. Because of its attack and defense stats, I mean, come on, it's Beta. I mean, you can't go wrong with a copy of Beta. But this card here, Evil Lord Zorc, going off topic with money. Evil Lord Zorc is absolutely nuts. Not only can you add a level 8 fiend to your hand, but if a fiend you control gets destroyed by battle, this card acts as a monster reborn, and you get to roll a die, which you can either take control of an opponent's monster, you can pop it, or you force yourself to destroy a monster that you have on the field. Typically decks like Dark World, I think, just Archfiends in general, and pretty much any deck that is Fiendsmith is going to abuse this card. Even also Evil Eye Unchained, is it? I don't know if it's Evil Eye Unchained or if it's Unchained something else. I don't know. But those are some of the decks that can completely abuse this card because of the fact that it's basically a 2-for-1, where again you discard two cards. This one card being one of them, and you get to add a fiend to your hand. So if you end up searching out a fiend that can summon itself when it's added from the deck to the hand, except by drawing it, then you've basically searched for a Cyber Dragon, essentially, and that gives you more. That gets you into more of your combo pieces, which is pretty insane. Can this new version of Zorc become a very powerful card? 100%, 100% it can, but because that the V-Jump magazine hasn't been released yet, from what I believe, it'll probably be a while before the card gets released to the public. So as far as the TCG goes, most likely it'll probably be released in a side set. You know, like maybe like a side set like maybe the tins or something like something like that down the road, like maybe in the next year or so. Who knows? But I will say that this card is definitely going to be something else. But with that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and as always, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social media. All of my ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.